Today in our 2015 Ford Fiesta ST Hatchback, we'll be installing the CURT 1.25" Class 1 Trailer Hitch Receiver, part number C11067. Okay, here's what our hitch looks like installed. As you can see, it's nice and tucked up underneath our bumper cover here. We just have the Class 1 1.25" receiver sticking down here. Then we have the main body of the frame of the hitch right here. And we got our safety chain loops right here, which is a nice welded angular plate to the bottom of our receiver, and they're fairly easy to get onto. Even the small diameter safety chain should be able to clip on here just fine. We have our standard 1/2" diameter hitch pin hole here to insert our hitch pin or locking device to secure whatever hitch mounted accessory we have installed. It has a 1,500 pound max gross trailer weight rating with a 150 pound max tongue weight rating. Obviously you want to go by the owner's manual of your Ford Fiesta and see what it's capable of towing. Now if you're going to be using this hitch for a non-trailer application such as a bike rack or a cargo carrier, CURT does require the use of a stabilization strap which will help support some of the weight forcing down on the hitch itself. It will just clip on here and then go to the top of our hatch. Now for a few measurements to better assist you in choosing any hitch mounted accessories you may need. You're looking about 6 inches from the center of the 1/2" diameter hitch pin hole to the rearmost part of our back bumper cover here. And you're looking about 8 inches from the ground to the top of the 1.25" Class 1 receiver opening. Now again, these numbers are based upon an ST model. They will be different with the standard Fiesta. So here's what our hitch comes with. We have the hitch itself, 4 spacer plates, 4 carriage bolts that will fit inside our spacer plates and hold them in place in our frame rail, and then 4 hex flange nuts that screw onto our carriage bolts to hold the hitch in place, a couple fish wires here to install our hardware, and a 1/2" pin and clip. To begin our installation, we'll start by lowering our exhaust. You may have noticed that this exhaust may look slightly different than yours on your vehicle. It's because this is an ST model. This hitch will work for both ST hatchbacks and regular hatchbacks. So we'll start by lubricating our hanger here. There's another hanger right here to the driver's side of our muffler. We'll lubricate that one as well. Take a pry bar, stick it between the muffler and the hanger, and work it off. Just like so. Do the same on this one. Now the instructions say to remove our heat shield here and trim a portion of it off so the hitch has clearance. However, on this particular model, our hitch will go around the heat shield just fine without any need to trim it. So we're going to leave that in place. Now on the driver's side of our vehicle, take one of our fish wires here. We'll go through this hole here. And out the back hole, take one of the spacer plates, push it in the frame rail, thread the carriage bolt onto the pull wire, feed it on through, pull it down, and we'll move our pull wire. Now for this back hole here, we'll thread our carriage bolt onto our pull wire again. We're going to do what's called a reverse pull wire technique. So we'll take the bolt and thread it on, stick it on into the frame rail, take our spacer plate, stick it on the wire, we'll push it into the frame rail, and we'll pull our bolt on down through. Like so. Now we'll do the same on the passenger side. Now with the help of an assistant, we'll raise our hitch up and install it with our hex flange nuts. And we'll do the same on the other side. Now we can tighten these down. Okay, now with all of our hardware tightened down, we'll torque it to the amount specified in the instructions. Okay, now we'll raise the exhaust up. Reinstall our hanger just by sliding it back over. Do the same up front. Okay, and that completes our installation of the CURT Class 1 1.25" trailer hitch receiver, part number C11067 on our 2015 Ford Fiesta ST Hatchback.